What is up, guys? It's Sierra here, and I'm back with another live stream. I was supposed to do it in my live stream yard, but because of France being a freaking dumbass and being a complete, I'm sorry for the word to use, motherfucker, decides to ruin it by trying to basically do a lot of shit at me. I had to do it on my Mobozen because honestly, the way he does all this shit is just about to get worse. So I apologize, I had to switch it to there because of him. I'm sorry I had to do that. Blame all of this at this dude because he just literally gone way too far. Especially in a private chat where I was planning on exposing him. But he just decides to ruin all of this by saying bullshit at me. And of course, attempting to harass me. Not to mention, it even shows more of his true colors he really is, and I have a lot of evidence against him, so he is very much cooked big time. So, anyways, this is gonna be the second time I will expose his ass. I know, right? Hey, and what is going on, Lady Snowy-kun and Swoozy? Swoozle? Whatever I pronounce your name? But seriously, not to mention he also has a ton of alts. Originally, Sunny the Fun was one of them, but unfortunately, according to people like Aiden, it is revealed he is owned by a separate person. However, this really doesn't mean that France is still not any fucking better. But this is focusing on France, not the person that was actually owning it, Blood and Honey UTTP. But what he did is just absolutely disgusting. And it just shows, after I was planning on doing it in my StreamYard, how much of a true person he still really is. Not to mention, he even makes up lies and slanders about me, all because of bullshit. All because I expose him for his awful actions. So anyways, I do have a lot against him, but some of them are mainly from my private chat. I was trying to expose his ass many fucking times. And I mean, I was trying to find a way to block him, but because it's StreamYard, I really don't know how. I know, right? So anyways, let's get right into it. As you can see, this is where it all started. Where he says, "Tell me what I did wrong. Please, let me debunk your points. Let me join." Dude, you're not gonna be joining on my stream given the shit that you've done. So that just proves how much more of a how childish you really are. This proves that he is just a man-child. This proves of how much of a fucking man-child he really is. Not to mention, from what I heard, he also used alts just so that way he can come back to basically harass and stalk me. By the way, I'm not sure exactly, but from the looks of it, I don't know if Snoozle was an alt by him, but I don't know. He's telling me to basically... Hang on. Oops. Wrong one. But yeah, let me look on him and see. I'm not really sure exactly, but... Not saying it to be mean, but I'm just making sure that he's not an alt by him. And also, no offense, but telling people to subscribe is just proving that you're a sub beggar. My apologies. But anyways, basically he just it gets worse. He's saying that I will debunk you if you're wrong about anything. Is that your way of telling me you won't let me expose your false info? Dude, all of this I said is actually true. That just proves that you're just lying. You're just doing all of this just to deny your wrongdoings. So, that just proves not only you're stalking me and harassing me, but this literally is just proven that you're just wanting to do this just to basically go into some argument that you're saying, oh man, it's those allegations are not true. Bullshit. That is really absolute bullshit. Sorry. That is just complete bullshit. That just proves that you're just doing this just to not deny the facts that you really did all this bullshit. What? Sorry about that, guys. Anyways, yeah. Anyways, we'll get to more evidence later on. Hey, unknown. I don't know what to say with this dude anymore. I really can't. This is why I never do StreamYard to begin with. I do use it a little bit, but not often a lot. Simply because of this freaking asshole. Anyways, he just claims some of this that I was debunking. He thinks all of this was false, when in actuality he didn't. And the last of the evidence will say it all. Even more, he's saying Charlie Kirk did not die, so you can make false info on me. And he's saying, please let me speak. Let me use free speech. Let's talk like mature people, mature adults. You spoke about me first. Actually, says the one who is actually starting shit first, because I'm close. Give me a minute. Might as well close the door. Sorry about that, but anyways, but yeah. As for Charlie Kirk, how has this had something to do with this bullcrap? He's just mainly probably doing all of this as an excuse. Just to pull it out of his ass. And seriously, people have the right to not let you join the live stream given the bullshit that you literally did. But wait, this one is about to get worse. He even says that he's not gonna lie, but yet I probably doubt he's doing it thinking that he's gonna lie at my shit. I even tell him, get out of here and stop lying or I will block you. And he added this Google map address link, probably as a way to basically try to dox me. Yes, he literally threatened to dox me. Another saying that he wants to talk. I told him to get the fuck out. When is his they're gonna shut up. Anyways, he just literally won't leave me the fuck alone and get out of this chat. I know he does need to stop. I even said to him, quit with your excuses and get out. He's saying, please, don't tell me to leave. And that's where he says this there, where he says, if you don't let me join, I'll get Bacon to dox you. So this is just literally more proof of my point that he still supports Bacon. Basically, he's just doing it this just proves how hypocritical Francis really is. And not to mention, this is more proof that he is threatening to dox me. As you see there, I told him, I'll get my friends to attack you to make you leave if you don't get out of my stream and leave us alone. He's saying, please fucking do, but first let me join the stream. And then he ends up spamming the Google Map address shit on me. Basically, yet again, to still try to dox me. It gets much worse. He's still doing the same thing again in this next screenshot. And I said, and that's where it made me feel like you're doing it just to dox me. And he says he's not, but yet he's just literally lying at this point there. And that's where he ends up in this one. He slanders and lies about me in this one. All while repeating the same thing again and again. Saying, I love how you say I'm someone then when shown wrong. Of course we know it's you behind these accounts because, seriously, it has the same format. Like motocross, like Market Motocross, that is actually an alt by you, just to basically harass and stalk us. Whether it's on YouTube and on Discord. And he's saying, oh, I never apologize. Will you stop mocking on me? Sorry about that, guys. I'm just... Anyways, as I was trying to say, before I got interrupted by them, he's saying that you never apologize, which I didn't do shit that to him when he's the one that started all of this himself by trying to dox people. And he's saying that I don't take accountability. At least I do take accountability like a mature adult. So that just proves that he's just making all of this just to try to ruin my reputation. Or basically just to be a pass bringer. So this just proves that he's just lying about me, just like how he did with some of my other people like Ace and K Productions and others. And this is just him basically just spamming the same thing again and again, all while he still refuses to leave me the fuck alone. And that's where it gets worse, if he thought all of this is bad enough. This is just him just being like a freaking dumbass here. And that's where it gets worse for the last. That's where he ends up sexually harassing me by calling me the babe when I was taken by someone else. And then he does this, which proves that he is which shows a point of how much of a freaking pedophile and a creep he really is. This just proves some of my various points of how much that he also is a pedophile. And try to make people very uncomfortable. So this just proves that he is a pervert. This is where it gets worse. Because in this one, he threatens to R-word my OC. That's where basically is where it gets worse. He basically threatens to R-word my OC. And I said to him, "You're basically cooked," because of him saying this. I know, he is disgusting. This just proves even more of how much of a freaking pervert he really is. So seriously, dude, you're cooked. You're really basically cooked for this. And I hope you get yourself behind a prison cell for this. And of course it gets a lot worse to the point that he even threatens to R-word Jessica Kirk if I don't let him join. Seriously, dude. You should realize that R threats do not work at all. And not to mention, if you ever do that to a minor in real life, you need to be put in a prison cell. I don't click the URL link, it's dangerous. Thank gosh I never did either. Because I know very well to those that he's just doing it as a trick to basically to dox me and other people. But yeah. This just proves more of how much of a freaking pedophile he really is. And honestly, if he sees this, he is not gonna run away from this. Like, seriously, you are not gonna be able to run away from this. Because we have all of this against you. So, there's no way you will get away with this now. And you will not be able to run. That's where this one gets worse. He even threatens to R-word me. So basically he sent me a R-word threat, if you get what I mean. And he's saying F the age of consent. Proving that he doesn't care about how old these people are, and how doesn't care that these people that he threatened are minors. So this just shows, yet again, more proof that he is a pedophile. And he's also just like King Taylor Son. Even though King Taylor Son is not any better, and pretty much, from what I could gather, is probably a dead topic. But honestly, France is just as bad as him. And he is just as also bad as Bagan. But yeah, he basically sent me an R threat and threatens to not only rape my R-word my OC, but also threatened to R me and Jessica as well. Again, dude, you don't know where these people live. And besides, this just shows even more proof that you are a pervert. He even tries to force me to say what country. Proving more that he still tries to find another damn way to basically try to dox me. It's disgusting. This is a worse threat. I don't care about her, guys. I know. Actually, I'll try to get unknown. Get you as a, as a moderator. There you go. I'm just making sure. But anyways, back to this. I even said to him in this one, our threats don't work, dumbass. But I doubt that because of that he doesn't really give a fuck. Again, him spamming the same Google Docs and all of that. Basically, still trying to dox me. When I still don't trust some shit like this. I even told him, leave out of my stream, but he still literally is just being a fucking ass. No problem, unknown. I don't know what else I could do on him, especially even on StreamYard. I tried to figure out a way to block him, but I don't know how. Given that I never used it a lot. I'm really am sick and tired of him. It's almost like he's wanting to fight with people all day. And try to fight against these arguments. I even told him I will call the police if you don't leave. And he's saying, oh, they aren't gonna find me. They will if they will. So that just proves even more of how much of a freaking dumbass he really is, thinking that, oh, I'm gonna get away with all this shit, when in actuality you ain't gonna get away with it, given all this evidence against you. And especially literally all this in front of your face. This is just one of those stupidest things I heard out of someone's ass. And this is where shit is about to get worse. I apologize, I can't get all of this censored because he likes to spam all of this. I don't know if some of this is true, but my guess is, I don't know. But he attempted to dox Jessica Kirk. He attempted to try to dox Jessica Kirk, called her a R-word, N-word, and all of that. Spamming the same comment again and again, which proves how much of a spammer he really is. Not to mention, he even admits to liking to R-word her. Again, still has no idea where she lives. As for this, I don't know for sure if that's her actual info. Yeah, he literally did. He literally did. Like, look at that. Basically kept spamming the same thing in my private chat. This is just straight up disgusting. Not only he said the N slur, which proves that it's racist to African Americans, I probably doubt that he's saying that, oh, I'm black in real life. I don't know if that's true or not. And also, you should realize that the N-word is very racist to black people. And not to mention, if you ever do that to someone in real life, he is the worst guy. He needs to get arrested. Yeah, I know. This is just, in the fact that he used the R word, this is literally just proves of how much, that proves that he's also ableist. And even offensive towards disabled people. Not to mention, if he used the N-word in white in real life, it's gonna get him some karma one day to get beat up by African American people. But yeah. Those are all the evidence I had at him. I don't know what else I could say on this dude anymore. I really can't. So, in my conclusion to this dude, he is nothing but not just a doxer, but this also proves he is nothing but a pedophile, a stalker, a harasser, a ableist, and all sorts of things you would name. This just proves that he also would use alts as a way of harassment or stalking, and basically as a way to keep on doxing innocent users and sexually harass them. And he will do whatever he can if you don't, like, for example, if you refuse to let him join in his live stream, he will still attack and harass you. To the point that you still had to do it. To the point not only you have to end your live stream, but also to the point that you had to basically end the stream and do it in some other way else. So in that case, with this example here, I had to switch it to here to show all the evidence to you guys against him, simply because he still won't quit harassing me and other people. He still won't quit harassing me, sending me threats of R-wording me, my OC, and all of that, proving more that he is a pedophile. So now I have to switch to Mabosen Live because he just literally ruined it. Hang on, guys. I don't know who this person is and somehow knew my mother's name, but I probably doubt it could be another alt by Francis. but I'm not 100% sure. But honestly, this just literally proves the point that Francis is literally using alts as a way of harassment or stalking. And he will do whatever he can to try to basically dox people. For instance, I think he almost tried to dox my mother when I don't know how, but I guess he literally did, unless. Yeah. But to be honest, that just proves that he is a huge degenerate, and he needs to be terminated. And any alts associated with him needs to be terminated from YouTube and on Discord. Not to mention, he needs to be locked up in a prison cell for his crimes. If he ever is gonna do shit like this in real life. And Francis, I don't care if you're gonna use your alts, especially on if I use a different live stream app here. So basically, if you dare to come in there, I will literally block you. Seriously. No matter how many times you do, I will literally do it. Because with all this evidence against you, you are not be able to run away from this. And there was no other way that you will get away with this right now. Besides, you are seriously cooked big time for all this, especially sending our threats at me, and even also other sorts of threats at not just me, but at other my friends as well. Oh, then this shit is about to get worse. I also forgot to add, that was on my Aiden's channel, where I had to where I caught him in 4K threatening me when I was on his community post. This was seen right there. Even worse is that he even stole my mother's profile. He even stole my mother's profile pic, as seen right here. He even also doxed my mother's Gmail, which seriously, he even also mentioned me by not only stolen my mother's OC, my mother's profile pic, but he even literally doxed my mom too. What the absolute hell is wrong with you? And not to mention, he even also mentioned me on my alt when I still hate him. What the absolute hell is wrong with you? Do you realize that you committed a crime there? And also, I hope you will be thrown in prison. Basically, he doxed my mom's personal info, and even doxed my mother's icon. Which is also illegal. So this just proves more of how much of a doxer he really is. That's where he doxed Jessica, and he even also threatens to get my personal information and Jessica's, where he sent there. I know, he did stole my mother's picture. And not to mention, he even doxed her too. Which is, again, illegal. He even also threatens that he even says, "Oh, I'm not afraid to take y'all down." So this just proves more that he is just a terrible person. Unfortunately, he deleted all this, and guess what? See this here? He literally deleted it just to avoid backlash, proving more of a coward he really is. Yes, you're right, that is illegal. Exactly. So, I doubt my mom will be very pissed at that. And I'm not gonna be kidding, she would go mama bear mode for that. And felt like she's gonna whoop his ass. If she noticed something like this. And France, if you're seeing this, I hope you get thrown in a prison cell for this. And I hope you deserve to get some beating, because you not only stole my mom's personal info, but you stolen my mom's icon without her consent, which is very illegal. And besides, we still have all the evidence against you. However, he changed it back to the F icon. He even says this by pretending to be my mom, saying this shit. Saying that basically this just proves that he is fat shaming me. And basically still slandering me. Seriously, dude, you will not get away with this because it's all caught on camera. So to any of you who are victims of him, report and block him immediately. And if you're on Discord, also block and report him immediately. So basically, he's just impersonating my mother just to, again, try to ruin not only hers, but my reputation as well. Seriously, Francis, you will not get away with this. And besides, you are not slick, and you will never will be. Someone needs to make more videos on him to raise awareness about his awful behavior. Because he is not only doxing me and my mom, but he can be seen depending in some alts to see him, that he's literally just basically posing as various people to not only ruin their reputations, but to basically cause people more problems. But, like, seriously, it is something that YouTube is against of. So basically, he is not slick, and he's never going to be. However, yet again, he deleted this just to avoid the backlash. Prove more not only that he is acting like a coward like Bagan, but this also proves that he's trying to basically avoid the backlash he's going to receive from me and other people. Probably to just basically get rid of the evidence. Even though it's all already caught on camera. And I mean already caught on camera. And he's saying, I tried redeeming myself and tried helping you. When in actuality, he does not. Again, more hypocrisy. This is just very hypocritical. So to any of you who's seen him on your channel, please, I highly whether it's on YouTube or on Discord, please, I highly recommend you guys to please report and block him immediately. Because he will do whatever he can to dox you. He will do whatever he can to basically get your personal info. And not to mention, this is something that YouTube will not allow. And I doubt YouTube probably won't do a damn thing to take his ass down. So, if any of you see him on your channel or on Discord, whether it's in different accounts associated with him, please report. I highly report and block him immediately. Because he is nothing but a doxer, a creep, a alt maker as a way of harassment or stalking, a stalker, a wrongdoing denier, a manipulator, and all sorts of things. Basically, he is a huge degenerate that needs to be locked up in a prison cell for the rest of his life. Not to mention, especially of impersonating people, which counts as identity theft. Which that can get him an even more charge of identity theft. So honestly, he needs to be, I hope he deserves to be put in jail. So seriously, dude, if you're seeing this, you're not gonna get away with this, and I really hope that karma will come back at your ass. And I hope you will deserve karma one day. And I also hope that one day when police called, you're about to get thrown in a prison cell for the rest of your life. And have fun there. Because no one will not, once you deserve to be put in a prison cell, I really hope that you stay there for the rest of your life. Because after the shit that you did, you are not gonna be allowed to run. So anyways, those are all the evidence I had against him. But all of this will prove right there of how much of a horrible person he really is. So, I hope you guys enjoy, and thanks for seeing this about him. And I'm mainly making this just raise awareness about the shit that he's done. Especially towards me and all of that. So, I hope you guys enjoy this, and I'll see you guys later in the next one. Also, if I have any more evidence that I didn't include on here, I will post all of this on my second channel. So, anyways, I'll see you guys later in the next one.